Alright, testing, 1, 2, 3. What's going on, fellow rogues? It's Massman here, and I am not about to hang on. I'm not about to start dealing with this stupid bot again. Okay, I think there it went. Yeah, I had to do like a thing right there. I had to do testing the OBS to actually get it working or whatever. Yeah, for some reason it was having to get caught up. But anyways, welcome in, guys, for episode 1, and probably gonna be the only episode for this game. I've been hoping I've actually been pronouncing it right. But yeah, welcome in for Paragnosia. I don't know if it's Paragnosia or Paragnosia. I don't know which way you pronounce it. But anyways, what's important about this is that this is an anomaly detection horror style game. And also, I'm sorry if I'm kind of basically I'm trying to do this intro properly the best I can. Cause I was in a rush trying to go live. It's been another bit of a day and everything, rogues. And it hasn't really helped. I'm a little exhausted, but I'm good for the stream. And obviously I do want to apologize that there was no multiplayer game earlier. It was a lot of stuff that came up, but at the very least I'm here now for this, and I'm really excited to jump into this. And if I do like this game enough, I will be going and doing the sequel, Paragnosia, or I want to say it's pronounced Paragnosia, Museum. I'll be getting a copy of that, and I will be doing that one eventually. But yeah, I do apologize for the fact that I've kind of already botched the intro some. I've already made it very well known on before as far as this channel is concerned. Don't expect me to kind of go in and be perfect with my intros and a lot of stuff all the time, or the whole time and everything. Again, I'm kind of exhausted, and yeah, just bear with me, please. But anyways, yeah, Paragnosia. This is a anomaly horror game that pretty much it has a unique concept to it where the camera in this one, or basically the whole system here, is that apparently your character, I guess, is supposed to be locked in a room, and you use an on-rails camera to go between the rooms. So it kind of has I guess the whole observation duty style thing where it has cameras between, it has a whole a security camera, basic security cameras you can use for each room. But and compared I guess it has that, but again this camera actually moves around as far as I can tell, so you can kind of just go between each room, and see the anomalies, and I think it's supposed to be some kind of system in place where if you have like a lock, and if you get like the wrong anomaly like a certain amount of times, like this lock will basically you'll be unlocked, and these creatures have like free reign to come to your room and pretty much kill you. That's basically kind of like the gist of what I've seen like on Steam. But yeah, again, I do apologize that I was kind of like the trying to do the introduction was a bit rushed, and obviously things didn't really work out the best with it and everything with me trying to like explain things again. It's been a bit of a day. And like I said, we didn't get around to doing like a multiplayer stuff, but at the very least we did finish up Borderlands yesterday. And after the stream, I'm definitely gonna be getting me some rest, because I do have like another week's gonna start like with the gym tomorrow, and then I got like pretty much what's gonna be my last week of streaming before I do go on like a break for a bit. And in a lot of ways, I think I definitely do kind of need like a little bit of time off, because I've been doing like a lot of 2 stream days lately, and it's probably safe to say it's probably easy to see that it's been catching up with me and all that. But either way, but I'm good for the stream tonight, and I'm gonna try like to make sure that possibly maybe sometime like after the stream I'll be able to. I'm gonna try to go ahead and have like the schedule for this week, up. I already have like I don't have the schedule made yet, but I do have kind of an idea on what I'm gonna be playing. I'm also gonna be doing more Cyberpunk tomorrow and Tuesday, and I am gonna be getting back into Castlevania Order of Ecclesia on Monday. Oh, well, not Monday, Wednesday. Where am I thinking? Yeah, Wednesday. Um, or at least I've been thinking about doing that, because one other thing I was kind of thinking about is that I don't know how I feel about kind of like really like start like a new series when I'm gonna be like away starting next week. So it may come down to I might actually go and do like another little one-off retro game. Maybe I might actually go ahead and try to do Mega Man X2. We'll see. But I may just also just go ahead and go on and do Castlevania Order of Ecclesia. Take next week off when it's time, and then afterwards I'll come back the week after next and get back to it. But yeah, the plan is Cyberpunk for Monday and Tuesday, Order of Ecclesia, and maybe I guess Power Wash Sim 2 if I don't do more Retro Rewind on Wednesday. And then it'll be Thursday and Friday, more of Mouse PI for Hire. And I also may have like some more Anomaly horror games I'll be playing on either Thursday or Friday, because I've got like I did get like Captured 2, so I would like to play that. I've got like another couple like Anomaly horror games I'd like to try to jump into, but I'm also gonna make sure I don't really burn myself out too much more than I think I already have. But yeah, guys, again, I do apologize that the intro here wasn't exactly the best. I've made it very well known before. I guess what I was trying to say at the start, and like when I kind of botched it initially, is that things aren't gonna be perfect on this channel. I'm not I mean, there's like definitely like a lot of content creators out there that definitely kind of like go in and they they pretty much have like that way about them where everything's like perfect every time. It's like they have like an intro, like everything just like that, like quick fire with being able to go in and do like their intros and bring people in like without like missing a beat. But I'm trying my best, guys. I really am. I'm sorry, I probably like definitely like kind of bit out of it tonight, but I promise you it's not gonna affect the stream. So anyways, give me about 3 minutes and I'll be in, be back in, and we're gonna like see what this game's about, and we're gonna have some fun tonight. So yeah, give me a few and I'll be right back. All right, guys, let's get this show on the road. And again, I apologize for that intro being a bit lackluster, but okay. Let's see what this game's about. So this came out in 2024 also, so it's like, you know, a couple years old, and they did just recently release Paragnosia 2, The Museum. And if I like this game, I'll play the second one and just... I guess we're like already starting. Real status functional, presence of nemesis detected, room confined, yes, door sealed, yes, hold on for 8 hours to banish the... See, here's my take on it. If the room is confined, or however it goes, if this guy has, like, you know, the kind of money to where he could, like, you know, buy this, like, this advanced rail system and that really fancy schmancy lock or whatever, you figure he could buy a plane ticket the hell on out of there. Alright, came on rail system, surveillance, alright, don't lose your padlocks. Wasn't planning on. We'll take a picture. Take a picture, start seeing anomaly. Alright, go forward, go backwards, speed up. Okay. So we're going right into this. I'm guessing, like, you know, like, as per typical, like, you know, the door closes. I guess it's understandable. The door has to close, so the anomaly can't get in. Could probably, like, go through right there. Okay, okay, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this one, where, because... Well, I mean... So they're not gonna do, like, the whole test thing starting it off or whatever. You have to, like, you know, kind of get an idea on where everything goes or whatever to begin with or whatever. They just, like, threw it right at me. Alright, so we already got our first anomaly. Okay, that's just wild, the fact he's actually got that over the... This ain't gonna run out of toilet paper. Bedroom under construction. Bedroom. Someone pissed off teddy bear. Okay, we also can zoom in. There we go. How many did we miss? Ah, jeez, we missed one. That's concerning. Okay, so every time we miss one, it knocks the lock off the door, and we lose all of them where we're dead, so... Is that on before? I can't remember if the no signal's on before or not, but we're gonna have to keep an eye on that. Hmm. Hmm. I'm pretty sure I'm probably gonna end up like, getting bodied like you did the first go with this, but. Concern here is I ain't seeing any anomalies yet. Were those pipes there before? See, now I'm questioning like a lot of things. I'm pretty sure like what we'll be seeing will be like standing out like a sore thumb. Sorry guys, excuse me. This is not gonna go well. Wait, okay, there were no anomalies. Okay, so there were no anomalies that time. Good to know. Not gonna lie, I thought I was gonna like, get... Is that right? I'm actually surprised. I mean, I thought it just might fell over, but then again, you figured like this guy would have like had anything out of place. Hi guys. Yeah, y'all just like new Cybot's entire family or something. That's the thing. It seems like some of these anomalies or whatever, like, are pretty much just right out there. I mean, also, there's probably definitely be subtle ones, too, though. Aha. Okay. How many we miss? Damn it. We missed one. And I think we gotta survive till 8, and so far, we're... Okay, so it's just that one room that he's in. So I can always go back if I got to, but... I'm sure that's just the glass between them, though. I think, what are we looking for here? What's going on? This area right here is a little bit tricky because it's so dark. It's hard to actually really know, like, if let's think easily play, play tricks on my mind, on my eyes here. So, yeah, I'm about to get my lock's about to get broken. Some more locks are about to get snapped off. I ain't seeing nothing. Well, what the hell? That looked like a particularly nasty one. This is gonna be bad. This is gonna be so bad. Alright, they're 50%, 50% of the way, so I'm gonna get really lucky to survive this. I'm gonna make it through the next 4 hours. Jeez, okay, I don't know what the hell that was. I couldn't even tell what was cooking inside the thing. But I fear this guy wouldn't, like, you know, wouldn't leave stuff in his oven or whatever when he's, like, you know, like, locked inside his little safe room. He won't be able to get it out. And last thing he needs is being, like, you know, locked inside the safe room, like, you know, when something, like, you know, burns the house down. Again, out here is the wild card because, I mean, it's so hard to see. I mean, I'm pretty sure there could be something out here. I'm concerned because I've not seen any anomalies. Let me go back. I can't go too fast where because you figure like maybe like going back the other way. Give me like a different viewpoint on it as well. Welcome in, Zaxton. How you doing? All right, let me see. I'm not really seeing much anything else in here. Okay, let me go ahead and head on back through here wherever, so we know it's not, I mean, I don't think like they're gonna be like multiple things like, you know, in like, you know, the same room. Yeah, they had it coming. This ain't gonna go well. I missed something. I know I did. Oh! Ouch. Okay, yeah, that... I'm about to die. I think I didn't see anything, though. So this game's gonna be like one of those types of anomaly games, where... Okay, it's gonna take a Christmas miracle for me to survive this now. I'm totally dead. And I went through like that, like, you know... I try to, like, figure things out on my own. I kind of like have like a thing at least. Back rooms. I'm right here in the source. Let me find the anomaly source. The whole. Okay, let's. Okay, I would actually appreciate, like, you know, no talks of threats of violence to people on the channel, please. I died. I know. That's it. And I'm done. Okay, so definitely didn't survive the first time, Rogues. I expected that. Okay, got one right there at least. Go and get back into it. Okay. You know, also, Amber, do you mind? You know. Well, what's the deal with this face I'm seeing everywhere now? Got freaking Emotep from the Mummy up in here. Don't want to go in yet. We found 2, right? I'll chance it. I probably missed one, but... Jeez, there's 4? They are already, like, trying to... Yeah, hang on, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Alright, so... At the very least, this game hasn't really been spooky so far, but I'm already enjoying it, so I'm definitely gonna, like, pick up, like, the second game. I mean, it's already out and everything, so I definitely want to get a copy of that, and I'll eventually play it. I mean, I haven't, like, you know, even really got too far into this yet, but I'm already enjoying it. And again, I like the premise of it. You're just basically, like, this little on-rails camera. It kind of gives me, like, a little bit of a Five Nights at Freddy's vibe. Just much high, you know, less high maintenance. Doesn't help I don't have a flashlight on this thing. I was that stupid face made me think of like Andros from Star Fox or something. Hang on one more time, guys. Be right back. Alright, guys. Sorry again. Yeah, there was like then I was having to discuss like you know with one of the mods or whatever. Okay, I'm worried here. I didn't see anything, but watch this. Yeah, this game is being extremely brutal this time. Yeah, I'm probably definitely gonna lose again pretty quickly here. What's that? That was evil how like obscure that one was. And also, plus I didn't actually I couldn't even tell what I was looking at right there. I was like, wait, that's a box, you know, full of blood or something. So yeah, that kind of explains like, you know, what I'm dealing with here. There's definitely like some things that are really, really out, you know, obscure. I mean, there's a guy like, you know, manage my, you know, my camera's battery. I don't know what's gonna happen if that runs out. I had a feeling if it runs out, I probably are gonna end up in a lot of trouble. My main thought process would be like, speaking of blood, is that a leech in there? Or a fish? I don't know, it's gone now. Okay. I go back through one more time. And also, guys, just to kind of like, you know, go ahead and address it. I do apologize. I got like a little bit flustered a bit ago and had to go take a few BRBs. Gonna try not like speak on it too much, but my whole take on it is that, you know, trying to explain it the best I can. Regardless of what, like, you know, someone like may have put you through or whatever, I don't tolerate like, you know, talks of like, you know, basically physical violence against others or whatever. And, you know, especially considering the factor that what just happened a bit ago was someone came in and like, what just happened was someone was trying to use like my channel gimmick about like the whole, you know, knocking out thugs, like the whole anti-hero thing to basically, you know, talk about like, you know, wanting violence against someone else. Because obviously, you know, I don't condone that. And I understand like, you know, you've been DDoSed or whatever or doxed and whatnot. But that also kind of goes like into the whole like, you know, I don't know. I obviously I got like a little frustrated and taken aback by that. I was trying to handle it calmly, but I do apologize to you guys for that. But it's just, you know, this channel is a space where even if I'm not really at my best at a lot of times, sometimes, you know, this is about us pretty much just coming in, having a good time, and just, you know, hanging out and all that. And I'm just not about like someone coming in and just talking about like, you know, wanting physical violence, you know, against someone else. Like talking about like, you know, them knocked out forever. You know, basically, you know, that ain't the way. Probably got like, yeah, see, this game is tricky, but yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I just feel like, I mean, I just can't, is that sideways? Picture sideways. But yeah, I mean, point is like, you know, coming in saying stuff like that doesn't do any like, you know, favors for you, because it pretty much, you know, it's basically you threatening someone, and it doesn't do anything, you know, favors for the streamer, because you're basically coming on their time and using their channel to, you know, basically, you know, implicate that violence. And if by chance like something was to happen to that person or whatever, it was, and it was said on your stream or whatever, you know, it's just not a cool thing to do. I mean, like I said, Rogues, I mean, I've been, you know, exhausted trying to find the right words for things here. It's been like, you know, kind of a damn day. It's been like a bit like of a pill to swallow and everything, type of pill to swallow as far as day is concerned. And, you know, okay, is that a, that got real really quickly. Okay, are we good now though? Can we continue? Hold on a second. I wonder. I was making sure, because that one window was on and the other ones weren't. Alright, I'm probably about to die here. Okay, we're good at least. It's like it, like, you know, raise like a percentage back up. Okay, you can just go right on. That was one of the creepiest ones yet. No. I'm going to do one quick look back through. Okay, I was about to say, why do you need like 2 light switches? But that's a wall outlet. Nice try. The flare that was flipped over. All right, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and like carry on. Okay, probably not gonna be a good night right here. I'm probably about to die. Damn it! I mean, I just keep getting killed by like Piccolo's shadow, like Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z. This game's tough though. But I definitely do want a copy of the second one now, though. Eventually play for you guys. This is concerning. I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, not seeing anything this time. And that's what I'm worried about, because it means, like, you know, more grounds for there to be something I missed. That's the thing. I mean, I am not seeing anything standing out here, but of course I know that don't mean nothing. Best thing to do is go ahead and chance it. I mean, we have had, like, no anomalies before, but I'm having a feeling I'm about to get, Alright, lay it on me. Okay, well, we're all... So there was none that time, means this time we can definitely bank on there probably definitely being some. Is that right? Okay, I guess that... Alright, yeah, definitely, like, just... Okay, I wasted a shot there. Oh, no, you don't. Excuse me? This made me waste a stupid shot right there. I know what I was looking at. Why are you in there? Get out. Alright, now things are starting to get real. That all happened way too quick, though. I don't think that was all of it. Okay, all I know is I need to, like, not waste too much time here. I'll go back one more time, like, go back through here, and then I'll run back the other way. It may have been all of it. Yeah. Okay. I bet we missed one. Crap. Really? So it's getting, it just... Every time I think I've gotten some or what, like I've gotten everything or whatever, they like, that's when they throw two at me. Yeah. Let me go back the other way. Seems like something I gotta double back to. Because that was 3 we got right there. Probably gonna miss one. I'm gonna chance it. Or should I? I'm gonna regret this, but... Okay, that was all. Okay, we're at 3. We got... Something's right there. I'll do another comb through when after this. It's not all of it. There's something else here. Also, I just noticed I didn't have my heart rate monitor on. I don't know if I actually would need it for this, but probably just need like just have pulse. I don't know. I mean, I was about to have to keep pulse hold on my OBS, but I do have it active all the time on OBS. I just have to like turn it on the app or whatever. But it's just I keep forgetting. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I mean, I'm not seeing anything else standing out, but that's how they got me before. Okay, don't want to go ahead and go. I guess. It's gonna tell me something standing out. I'm sure it is. You know, like I got everything. They're gonna make sure that something. Surprisingly not. Hmm. Nope. Where'd the little shit go? Stay right there. And now the teddy bear is trying to come to life. That's where I heard someone that came in. Is it just me or I guess not. Something seemed off about them. I'm gonna say we can go ahead and go. Now I'm probably gonna get like, flagged at least once or twice. I'm hoping I don't. Like, some kind of anomaly, but I mean, I'm looking around. I ain't really... It's worth a try. Okay, so we got 2. They're probably gonna say I missed between 1 and 2 more, but hopefully not. I missed something, I'm sure. Damn! Okay, now that was completely uncalled for. Again, it seems like I'll be winning and then they do something like that. There's not 3 anomalies and everything. I looked through everything so well right there and didn't see nothing. I had a good run going there or whatever, and then they did that. I picked the picture back up. You too. I'm literally seeing... Thank you very much. And now it's trying to come out with all the anomalies, trying to keep me from being able to get anything done. Trying to stop me. Trying to really come at me this time. I mean, it's just a fact they threw all that at me. By the way, that's open too. So there's multiples in each room. So there can be more than one. Now see, the game is really trying to destroy me right here. It's really trying to break my run by throwing all these anomalies at me. Yeah, they are really coming at me in spades now. I looked through everything so much or whatever, and why does that look off? Well, now that I know it can be more than 1 per room, they're not gonna give me like that again. But still, it's just the fact that I was looking through there, and then they try to say 3 hit me. I wonder if I could got it from right there too, but I don't know. I mean, they hit me hard, 3 of them. I mean, I swear it would have been 4. If they would have like immediately in my run right there, that would have been totally unfair. Okay, so the picture was knocked over in this one, but again, we know now that we can have more than one in each room. So we got that. Next room was the hand. But see, it looks to me like, you know, we never really had like more than four anomalies. I don't know. 'Cause that would have been like 3 hit me. We found 2, I think. Or was it 1? Whatever. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm about to lose right here, so. Go and get this over with. Alright, do your worst. I know I missed one. Oh, now, like, I'm not missing any. So if we can make it through 2 more hours. But we know that's not gonna happen. I've got, like, all these odds against me right now. They're gonna find some way to, like, you know, to... Nah, I highly doubt that. Because they really came at me hard that last round. That last thing. I mean, I'm gonna have to get really lucky with this. What? What the hell was that about? You two, go on. I mean, it could be one of those things where, like, they're suddenly trying to throw a bunch of anomalies at me to give me a chance, but the problem with that is that I don't know how many there actually might, you know... Because they're throwing a bunch at me, it means, like, there's more, like, possibility of me missing some. How about no? I don't think so. Get out. Well, you thought I was gonna, like, flinch or something? You thought you were gonna, like, you know, just try to spook me after I shot you once? No, get your ass out of my unless you're gonna be here painting this damn room, you better get your ass on out. Look, after everything I've dealt with tonight, dude, trust me, you are not a threat. And believe me, if I can kick Nemesis' ass like up and down Raccoon City, I don't think your little punk self is gonna, like, you know, cause me any problems. I dealt with Shades and Phasmo that, like, you know, are tougher than you. Okay, but oh, jokes. No, you don't. Close my damn fridge. You're gonna be paying this electric bill while you're at it. Okay. Now, no more like I'm got. Let me see. So what we get? What we have? I don't know if we got anything in here. Really? A different language. Look, all right. I deal with that enough. Funny story here, Rogues. I deal with that enough with the captions whenever I, like, you know, I try to, like, because I have, like, you know, some shows like on a flash drive that I'll use on my TV and everything. For some reason, every time I try to, like, load them up on there, it'll, like, do the captions in a different language. I have to go through and, like, you turn the captions off or whatever. I deal with that enough on my own TV. That's serious. I got, like, a flash drive. I'll put, like, some shows on it or whatever, and then I'll connect up to a TV, or I'll connect to the TV, and it'll automatically do, like, the subtitles for whatever reason, and they'll be in Arabic. Now, let's hope that's enough. I probably still missed something. So my run's probably about to end. It'd be nice if it didn't. It'd be great if it didn't. But I'm prepared for it to happen. So... it's about to be over, because... that's a big-ass surprise. I'm really surprised. I thought that would have been it. So if we can get past this last one or whatever, we're done. But I know they're not gonna let that happen, because, you know, every time I play, y'all know, every time I play one of these anomaly games, I get to the very last one and they somehow okie doke me. They somehow, like, you know, make me have to start over. It's always without fail, I think just about every time. Piss off. I thought I told you to stay, like, you know, like, you need, if you're gonna be in this house, go and paint my room. This dude's, like, really trying me this time. That's twice now we done this, dude. If you're not gonna be painting my room in there, then, you know, then kindly F off. And do not, like, keep my fridge open again, either. I saw you in there, like, you know, raiding my milk. And so he tried to get me, so he tried to go the other way and then tried to sneak up on me. I know how that works. I know it's stupid. Alright, yeah, have at you, Dracula. Go ahead. It's expensive wine. You better drink all that. Look, if you're gonna be squatting in my alley or whatever, like, you know, take a bath first. What's going on with this? This game, what is going on with this game now? No. Now they're digging hole, like, now they pull some Shawshank Redemption crap or whatever. Look, I'm trying to, like, you know, dug a whole freaking hole in my freaking floor. Okay, I'm not taking no chances. So I don't know what the max amount of anomalies we can encounter is. It's the only thing. I don't know exactly how many. You figure, like, maybe the... Welcome back, cowgirl. Probably maybe the max you can probably encounter might be 6. Because, like, you can probably, like, you know, get squat, like, you know, have, like, a run, like, in right there. Not sure. I'm just trying to make sure I'm thorough with this, because I know for a fact, because I know how my luck tends to go with this. We're on, like, the last hour here. And I know how my luck always goes with anomaly games, where I get to the last thing, the last bit of it, and then they make me have to start over. Trying to, like, you know, just make sure here. I mean, everything looks like it's checking out, but that's the problem. So I guess it's the extreme anomalies. I gotta, like, you know, be really quick with, like, you know, getting a picture of them before they kill me, because otherwise I could probably, like, end a run immediately or something. It's the way they present themselves, like they're, you know, trying to, like, you know, jump through my camera and come right through the TV and just, like, you know, punch my the guy I'm playing as, like, in the face or something. Okay. I'm not seeing anything. I know how this goes. It's always the anomaly curse. Is there normally, like, 3 pillows? I was just making sure. Well, we're probably about to start over, rogues. Lay it on me. This is it. I knew it. I knew they were going to get me somehow. In every game I play, I get to the end and they make sure I have to start over at least once. No, you cheated. You planted something there after I came through. No, y'all, what thing is y'all ain't about to best me. There's not a single anomaly detection game that's bested me yet, and y'all ain't, this ain't about to be the first. It's just, I go through, I don't see anything wrong, and then it's like, nah, fam, you know, you missed something. I knew they were gonna do it. Like, you know, it's like every time I'll have everything going well, then get to the end, it's like, nope, you gotta start over. Every time. I promise you this, Rose. I'm gonna beat this game. Just shut up. I don't even know what you are, but just leave me alone. And I mean, and that's a win for you guys too. Whatever you are, no, bye. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna beat this game. I definitely need the win. See, I don't want to say everything checks out because we know how this goes. Like everything could be like, look picture perfect, and somehow there'll just be like, one fork missing from the sink or missing from like the cabinet or whatever. I'll get penalized for it. Like one little bitty speck of dust like on the doorknob where I can see or whatever, like one little lone fingerprint for someone that washed their hands where I'll get penalized for it. That like glass right, there'll be like, just a little slight little bit to the right or whatever, and I'll get penalized for it. Seriously, someone's got this as art in their bathroom or whatever. Which makes me wonder if like this actually is Virgil's house, because he's the only one that probably would have like art like to paint that damn chair or whatever. Wait a minute. I was making sure. Now watch, they're gonna find something to penalize me for. I knew it. Now see, now this is what I'm talking about. Like it feels like it's been uncalled for with this game at times or whatever. I go through like so succinctly, and they're saying, "Oh, there's 2 anomalies you missed." Like that's how these games tend to get me at times, where it just seems like there'll be like the most very subtle thing, which I understand that's like how these games work or whatever. But still, like just at times it felt like sometimes there won't even be anything there, and I know this isn't the case because that'd be very unfair to the devs. But there'll be like nothing. There'll be like truly nothing there, but still penalize you. Just to like to run those, just so that way you don't like win too quickly. Anyways, ad break's about to start, guys. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. And like I said, you know, if the creators, you know, by chance see this or whatever, I know I definitely sound like a little bit critical talking about like, you know, times like, you know, when I play, like basically thinking that even though it seemed like there was no anomaly, like saying there was an anomaly there, even though, and I kind of felt like there wasn't. I mean, definitely didn't mean no harm in that. It's just, there's definitely been like a few of these games I played where it feels like there might be like a false positive or something where it makes it seem like it says there was an anomaly, but yet nothing was in sight. You know, I don't mean any harm by that or whatever, but just sometimes y'all get like too subtle with these things. And I wasn't paying attention. And the thing about it is, and that's just my fucking luck, rogues, I'm right there rambling, wasn't paying attention while I was doing it, and I managed to get through just fine. So we're gonna address that. I wasn't paying attention right there. I was too busy and whatever. Just I came back from the break, just started rambling, wasn't realizing I actually went to the in room or whatever, and I ended up and I failed, and I actually successfully did it without even actually trying. I'll take it, whatever. Well that. Like, I was not even paying attention. I just was right there rambling and everything, and then I just ended up going right through it and just no problems. Out. Double back real quick, make sure. Because there have been like times like something popped up. I don't know why I wanted to take a picture of that where it doesn't seem off about it. And there have been times like I doubled back and I found something. I'm just checking the paintings as well. Okay, nothing there. I mean, I'm not seeing anything, but we know how it's gonna go. Just wait for it. They're gonna find something to get me with. Surprising. Very surprising. Turn my chair keys on, like trying to. Come on, Pennywise. Shut up. Get out of my house. Pick my plant back up right now. Piss off. What do you mean no resonance? Get rid of it. Go away. Are you serious? Piss off. That was BS. If I had to take several pictures of this stupid thing. I don't know what you're coming in with attitude for. You and not my plan over, I'm sure. I kind of wish like the extreme anomalies would just count as one. That'll be it. Like that'll be your one and done for it or whatever, but... Was that there before? Pretty sure it was. I gotta go back through though. I'm pretty sure it's as I said it though. Like the extreme anomalies, if you don't stop them, whatever, it's gonna instantly end your run. Were those there before? Okay, I definitely need to watch it now that I'm running low on juice. Or we got that one out of here before. Yeah, I need to go. I can make it. I'm probably gonna get penalized. That's how they like to do this, but... Okay. We got a good run going here, but we also know that before... Yeah, it kind of does. We got like a good run going here or whatever. We've only got lost like, you know, 2 locks and we're halfway through. But we also know like last time they snuck up on me like and just broke off several of them like really quickly, so... Yeah, I know they could change in a heartbeat. Nice try. I don't know what that thing was, but I saw it. I think the light bulb actually, you know... I don't know what that was. I saw something out of the corner of my eye. I was like, wait a minute. Like, I just saw something right there. And I'm worried if I figured if I would have got close or whatever, it would have been like... Something would have happened. I don't know exactly what that was. Damn, where is he? Hey! Cut it out! Apparently, he must, you know, he really, you know, must have been very constipated. I'm not leaving just yet. Okay, so what all we get so far? We got him. We got the... Oh, shit! Kaiju! Okay. Well, guess what? I missed that one the first time. But I mean, he was like kind of like all shadow in the background. And I'm feeling like I'm playing the headliners. Definitely can't wait to get back into playing that one. All right, I'm gonna chance it. I think. The main thing I try to tell myself is like the more anomalies I get, the less like we can get penalized at least. So we got what 3? We got the one in the bathroom. We got the wisp thing. We got the kaiju. Yeah, there's probably something we can actually see there too, from time to time. Going forward, they're probably gonna hit me hard here, because that's how they usually do. Just trying to get as close as I can to here we go. Okay, still good. We just get past these last 3 hours where we got this. And I really need to be careful. Piss off. That's half the anomalies at least. I got a achievement for getting half of them. I ain't gonna lie, I thought I have a feeling at some point he was gonna probably pull one right there. What the? No? I don't know what that is, but get it off my table. I ain't hungry. Okay, a ceiling guy can GTFO. Nope. Nope. Can y'all please stop messing around with my furniture? Okay, so how many we get that time? We got ceiling boy. It's 4. Okay, probably shouldn't have ran through so quick. I'm probably about to get busted. Oh. I'll take it. But still, I know this can change in the blink of an eye, so... I'm trying to just be very focused here because we're so close. Hell no. Can y'all just... Now they're just like, being frustrated, just like knocking all my stuff over and everything. Nope. I said. Piss off. I ain't come this far just for you to come in and like try to pull that on me. Like, get out of my house. I'm going on in. Well, don't get. I mean, I only got one more hour. Come on. Hey, I'll take it. If I can just get through this while these last 3 locks get knocked off, we're done. We just gotta survive this last hour. So this is where I gotta be very, very thorough. I don't know, it's just something about the boxes like came. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. I swear there's more of them. I can already tell they did something in the other room. What in the fuck? How about no? Quit it. Again, you're gonna be in here, you're gonna stop messing around in my room and actually paint the damn thing. Okay, now what are you doing with the clock now? You made the clock grow. All the things you could have did, you made the clock grow. Shit. Should I chance it? Because that was a bunch right there. Okay, let me see. We got like, this one. Trying to think, what all did we get this time? Trying to think about everything. Hold on, is that right? Is this me or something going on with the, The building was looking weird right there, but I guess it's supposed... The texture glitch, apparently. Probably just going to just try double back. I really should. Hope for the best on it. I'm trying to think. So we had like, all right. So we had like, the one in here. Bigger clock. There's 3. But no matter, they're actually gonna hit us with 3. The clock grew. We had the face. We had like the was there any more? I'm going for it. Please don't let it be 3, because if it does, this will be just the way this game will get me. So close. It tried. Well, we're not quite done though. Gotcha. Gotcha. Oh, this is a guaranteed win for me now, but... Ah, damn it. I still lost. Now I'm gonna retry banishment. No. He's not gonna get me like that. I'm just glad at least you can do the banishment. I guess it's because, you know, you gotta go and like... You can go back and try to get more chances. I'm having to go in with just one lock is the thing. His hand on that. Come on, give me something here. Problem is the way they rotate is the problem. I don't know if it's like, you know, you have as much time as you want, or... Damn it, it's not giving me anything I can look at here. It's probably gonna kill me or whatever, because I'm gonna run out of time or something. I'm just not, it's not like the way they rotate, you can't really see like the anomaly. It's the only thing I'm hating about this right here. It's... Wait, hold on. Bullshit. I'm not giving up. That. Knobs are missing. Right there. Apparently I gotta do this 6 times. Gotcha. Or a whole number of times. Right there. But this is where it gets like tricky. What stands out? What is it? Son was out with a cup that time. I think I might have saw somebody just give me a no. Just the lighting on it too is the thing. See, that's what I was curious about right there. Is that sus or not? I don't even know what it is. Trying to see what stands out about these things. So they're making them like hard to identify on, like, you know, later rounds here. Something about that, right? I know I'm gonna end up getting startled because I'm gonna definitely pick the wrong one probably, but I can't see anything that stands out between them. Like what's supposed to like be so different? Like, you know, or you're supposed to be like a coffee maker? Yeah, it's supposed to be a Keurig. Damn, what? Something was off about the fact it had like a thing on both sides. You're done. So that game definitely was a little bit tense at times. That it obviously did its job. I loved like that final music right there. One of the things I really liked about this is the fact that the dev, I think, was really great about this. They did was they don't force you to start all the way over if you do complete that. If you do actually manage to get through to like the end, they don't force you to start all the way over if you botch the exorcism. They pretty much, that's one of the things I think was actually amazing about this, because they could make us, okay, you know, you made it all the way through to the end. Well, guess what? Now you got to start over because you failed this exorcism. Because it could be someone goes through there, doesn't actually realize, I understand the mechanics of it. And there may even be like a thing where, you know, it could be if there's like a higher difficulty setting for this, where, you know, if you do fail, like get all the way to the end, you have to start over if you botch the exorcism. Because the main takeaway from that, of course, is that you can keep doing it, but it's harder like when you don't have as many chances. Obviously, if I would have more nightmare mode, I bet you that's probably what that does. Okay, so it's more anomalies each round. So far we got 60 out of 100. I like how it actually arranges them by location. So it says 60 by 100, then it has like a question mark down there. I don't know what that means. It says by location. I'm guessing, I don't know exactly like how this works on a grid and everything, but I'm guessing it could be like, you know, based around like, you know, the color or something. I'm guessing like probably how it will go is when you think about it, this would of course like, you know, the top like 1 to 15 are probably going to be like in the one bedroom, and it probably just goes like, you know, I mean, I can understand like down right there definitely it's probably like, because there's one that probably right there like where it's like 85, and so we only had like one more out of the 85 one, or like from it's like 78 to 85. That's probably, that would be of course in the unfinished bedroom, the unfinished room, because they have like a blue color scheme to it. So yeah, I like how they kind of had like a whole grid thing here, so at least you kind of like know what rooms to look for the stuff in. That's a pretty amazing thing. And it probably wouldn't be too difficult for someone to kind of have like more understanding on what room means what here, because yeah, like I don't think it probably would be like hard for them to really like, you know, place what room means what. If you just go by like the room right there where it's the blue ones, you know, where it's like it's the blue things from like, you know, 77 to 85. Then you just kind of like, you know, go backwards and kind of, you know, it's like, okay, like you go forward one, that's the master bedroom, and then the one like right before that would be the bathroom, and then like the dark, like the reddish looking one, that'd be outside. Then it'd be the dining room. Then it'd be like the kitchen, I think. Well, no, what was before the kitchen? Well, either way, it probably like wouldn't really be too hard to actually place what's where. So yeah, they do have a nightmare, and I'm pretty sure like this means like more anomalies each round means like, you know, higher chance of getting the rest of them that you ain't got. Because it seemed to me like the way they did that there, I really didn't see like too many anomalies that actually you know, repeated. So that was one thing about it also. I mean, some of them may repeat and I didn't realize it, But nonetheless, what I liked about that at the end was that they did have a whole thing where, okay, where you can go ahead and like, retry to do the banishment. We're not gonna like, force you to start everything over, but you only got one shot to go, like one, chance pretty much to go through the entirety of this. And if you messes up once, you have to like start the whole banishment over again. But I do like how they had that in place where you can just start the whole night over. So if it came down to it by chance, you just really weren't good with the banishment and you need like more chances, you could do that. Because some of those stuff on the bench right there was like a little bit tricky, and again, it's like I got to the one like right there for the toaster, I just kind of noticed, I was like, wait a minute, it's got like, like a switch on both sides, but it could have been in my thing had anything to do with that, and I just got lucky with it. So yeah, yes, I guess it did like, start out like at 5, but either way. So what this means, like with Nightmare Mode, of course, is that, it means like a chance at more anomalies. And so the good thing about this means you can find more of them, like to fill out the list over there. But it also means like, it's more margin for error because since there's more each round, yeah, you can find more of them. But also when you miss them, there's a possibility they could probably like, maybe completely like, wipe your run like in one night, or like in one, one pass. But yeah, with that being said, guys, I absolutely love this game. This definitely was like, one of like, another one of the definitely the better anomaly detection games. As I've said before, it's not really like, dissing the other ones I played. As far as like saying any of them are bad, because all of them I played so far I've really enjoyed. But this is definitely like kind of like one of the more like, if I was rating like up there, like, with like some of the other ones I did, like Captured, and I want to say I think like I put the Exit 8 up there, like, within like, my top ones. I know that like 10 Bells is up there as well. The 10 Bells and the Exit 8, Captured and such. There hasn't really been like really any bad anomaly detection games I played on this channel. And obviously it was Toilet 8, but that one just was not even scary. That one just like was kind of like, like I said, I think I made a joke that the Wayans brothers got a hold of like, the anomaly detection, subgenre, and they made a game about it. Because that's basically the Toilet 8. It was just purely just comical and in the most beautiful, like funny way, most beautifully funny way. But with that said, what this means now, I absolutely love this. So next up, what I'd like to get, and it's actually not even that expensive, because I can actually get a discount if I had the money for it. Because I mean, it's not even that expensive anyway. Because like now, what this means is that, of course, I definitely want to do Paragnosia Museum, and because this one actually is in a museum, and I definitely, it's gotten like very positive reviews or whatever, and yeah, I definitely would like to get this one, because like I said, I definitely enjoyed the one we just played. So I want to do this one now. And it's like, if I did the bundle, since I already got like Paragnosia, it means I can get like a little small discount like for the museum because it'd be $5.39. But otherwise, it's just $6. So and also they even had like a bundle here because I've got like which would have been like which would have been Paragnosia Museum, and then Anomaly 404, which I've got Anomaly 404. So but yeah, the devs definitely knocked it out of the park. I really highly enjoyed this. I might even actually just try, like, see if I can reach out to them, possibly. I mean, I ain't gonna bother. I don't think I'm gonna bother, like, just trying to get a Steam key. I'm just gonna go and buy it. Just definitely support them. But yeah, to the devs, you did great at this. I highly enjoyed it. I know I got a little frustrated because I was talking about, like, the whole thing where it just seemed like everything was fine. I didn't see anything like, standing out, and I still got penalized. But this is, like, something that's kind of like I've just seen, like, it's happened with, like, other anomaly detection games I played, where it feels like I go through, get a perfect run, and at the end of the day, I'm gonna acknowledge that it's probably just I wasn't looking enough. There was probably like just some like very minute detail that I wasn't paying attention to, and that is what cost me and everything. But it just seemed like it's like a curse. Every time I think like just about every time I play the anomaly detection game, I get there right there to the last round, and then something happens that just completely just destroys my run right there. It seems like I'm about to get a clean sweep. It's like it's always like I get it seems like a thing where I get to the very last round and I end up getting bodied there. Like it seems like it's just always unanimous. Like every time I play like an anomaly detection game, I'll get through to the very last round, get like to round 8 or 9 or whatever it is, and then that's where I'll just get wrecked by something and have to start the whole thing over again. So it's never been like a whole thing where I get to like that one round, like get like to the final round and beat on the first go. I have to restart it and go back through and do it again. Yeah, I think that's how it was with 10 bells. I think I got like to got to like loop 9 on 10 bells and had to start the whole thing over. I think it was like with with the Exit 8. I think I got to like 7 and had to start the whole thing over. And so yeah, there's definitely, I think it's just about every anomaly detection game I played, I got through to the second to last one, or basically the like thing where I had to just do that one last loop, but I would have finished the game. But then something set me back to the beginning. So it seems like it's just like I don't think I've ever actually played any game where it didn't do that to me. But either way, but all that aside, guys, I'm gonna go and kind of like switch over to like the web show thing again real quick because you know gotta talk to y'all for a second. Not like I've said, Rogues. I know that tonight I definitely I mean, I pretty much, I'm gonna go and say it. I definitely toughed things out for the stream because there were things that happened tonight that definitely kind of frustrated me. One of the key things being, like I said, that one person that came in earlier, because I'm gonna address the elephant in the room here. That one, viewer that came in earlier, and again, Rogues, I'm always about like welcome. I try to welcome people on this channel. I want this place to be like somewhere where it's fun for us to come in, just chat and everything, and just have a good time. But y'all probably like noticed that. I mean, when I first like started the stream, thankfully I perked up a little bit just because like this game, I was enjoying it so much, it kind of perked me up. But obviously I botched the intro. I was trying to find words for stuff again. It's been a pretty rough day. I've been like transparent about my mental health stuff at times and everything. And without going too far into it, there was definitely some stuff that happened today where I ended up just kind of I ended up going live like much later than I planned. I was dealing with some anxiety stuff and all that because again, this is a channel where I'm gonna be transparent. I've been open about the fact that I definitely have my own mental health struggles and everything because I'm someone who has firmly believes that no one should really keep what they've got going on bottled up and everything. It's and basically you obviously just find someone to talk to, find help or whatever. And I'm someone who's always advocated. It's not you're not weak for trying to get help. And so never feel there's something wrong with you for actually reaching out and trying to basically address something that you got going on and everything. It doesn't make you any less human. It doesn't make you weak or anything. But I've also advocated, of course, spoken out about the fact that I've had my own mental health struggles and all that. It's part of the whole thing where I basically said, I said multiple times on this channel, this is who I am, take it or leave it, and I've been I've spoken out before. I try to keep what's really truly going on with me mentally off the channel, and I'm gonna continue as far as this right here, when I'm me addressing this, I'm gonna do so here. I was outside just saying I had some mental health stuff going on today. And I kind of had to get that out of the way or whatever, get things in order for me to go live. And I'm glad I did. I was definitely, happy. It was definitely fun getting in and playing this game for you guys, even if I really probably wasn't exactly, 100% on it and everything. There has been a few times before, with some more serious stuff I have, spoken out, on stream. But this was just one I just wanted to kind of go in and just try to, just put things to the side and focus on the stream and everything. Because when people come in and hang out with me during my streams, it definitely cheers me up anyway. But it's just when that person came in earlier and, said what they said, I'm not gonna lie, Rogues, it kind of pissed me off. I mean, I was trying to basically be civil about it, and I had to take a couple BRBs. Y'all saw that, and I do apologize that happened. But it's just, again, I have a whole thing about about trauma dumping and everything. And I didn't necessarily go into the whole trauma dumping territory. If anything, that's a recent rule I put on my channel due to things that happened during my Castlevania Orb Ecclesia stream, which is the reason why I'm having to start the whole series over. But it was just kind of one of those things. This person came in just out of nowhere, used my whole my vigilante gimmick on my channel, where basically the whole thing of me beating up thugs and all that. Use that to talk about actual real life incident, something he went through with someone doxing him, which that just came out of nowhere. Just pretty much, completely, just out of left field, just comes in and talks about someone doxing him on my stream, which, obviously that's something that's definitely, a very serious thing. But it was two things there. He talked about someone doxing him, and then he says that he wishes that, someone would knock out, the person that doxed him forever or whatever. Basically outright saying, he wished that someone would, I guess the implications were there. They wish someone would have killed the person that doxed him. And, I'm not someone who really, wants to wish harm on anyone. But it was just the fact they came in, said that, and talking about all the people they were and people that attacked them and everything, and it just kind of made things very awkward. I was trying to kind of just I just said to him pretty much please no threats of violence towards anyone, but y'all saw the mood changed, and one of the times I went on my BRB is because I was trying to text my mods about it and everything, and they were running some issues where they couldn't even actually the delete thing the delete the messages wasn't coming up. So I had to go and do it myself because for some reason, my mods were having problems with getting the actually being able to delete the messages. But y'all kind of saw I, definitely got a little bit kind of wary of it. I didn't really know how to approach it. But I was trying to like handle that, because I was like, okay, yeah, let's, obviously, if someone did dox that person, that's obviously, I definitely feel for them on that regard where I wouldn't wish that on anyone. But just going to a streamer's chat and then like, just saying, because again, it was just came out of nowhere. Like there was no conversation, like, that brought it up or anything like that. He just pretty much just brought up this personal situation of his and everything out of nowhere. And it just kind of felt like he was trying to like, I mean, I don't want to say he was trying to full on trauma dump, but he was bringing like, a personal situation of his that was very serious onto my stream to vent about it and use like my whole, vigilante gimmick to basically say, I wish like someone would knock him out forever. And I was like, yeah, like this whole gimmick of mine is just for fun. I mean, I'm not actually going around like I'm beating up thugs and everything and all that. But it's just like when he first like said like, I like it when thugs get knocked out. That to me was kind of like, okay, that's kind of like a weird thing to lead with. But then, but again, he said, someone doxed me once, and I wish he'd get knocked out forever. Just looking at it right here, I can still see it in there, like him and all his friends. And it just was very uncomfortable to kind of read because it just was really all like implications of like, wanting someone like, wishing for someone to, to be, killed or whatever, like them and like, basically everyone like, that's involved with them and all that. And being real rogues, we've got like enough going on, not trying to like, really go this whole territory with it, but we've dealt like with we've been like, there's so much that's going on with like, mass shootings and things like that. So, I mean, I ain't got time for shit like that being said in my channel. It was very uncalled for. And, if you got something like that going on, I'm sorry, but my thing is like, it seems like, you had kind of a grasp on who did it. My channel's not the place for that. Take things like that up with the police or, whatever, like, proper channels to kind of like have that addressed because, going to a streamer's channel and like you know, implicating like, threats of violence towards someone, that's not the way to go about it. And I do apologize truly again to you guys for the fact that I got flustered over it and even like how the stream started and me just trying to perk up during the stream. Again, it's been a bit of a day, had some mental health stuff going on, but I still wanted to like, fulfill my obligation. I felt, I mean, it was definitely an obligation. I said, over the weekend, I didn't get to like, play this game for you guys on Friday like I originally planned to. Like I had like that stream and also the Mouse PI for Hire stream, and I said, I was gonna like, make up for it, this weekend by playing both of them. And yeah, I didn't get to do the multiplayer stream today, but I mean, otherwise, I've definitely, I want to make sure I went through and did everything I plan on doing. I told you guys like I wanted to do more Mouse PI for Hire yesterday. I went and made sure I did that before Borderlands. And when we got around to Borderlands, I also fulfilled what I said I wanted to do with like, trying to finish up the main, finish up the main story, which me, McAdee43 and Rock and Nachos all did. But the one I definitely wanted to go in and play this because I did say I was going to make it up to you guys and I wasn't going to cancel this twice in a row. And, and it was worth it. I had like a lot of fun with it. I mean, I had like an absolute, blast playing this game. I can't wait to play Paragnosia, Museum eventually. But it just frustrates me. I still went through the stream tonight just for someone to come in and act stupid like that. And again, I feel for people, who've had things like that going on. Trust me when I say anyone who knows me knows, like, I've definitely, seen like, not like anything like that. But I've definitely, like, seen the worst from people, like, in other, regards. And when it came to, like, I guess you can say them invading personal space, such as stalking, cyber harassment, things like that. And I wouldn't wish anything like that on anyone. But again, this channel isn't like, law enforcement. It's not the FBI or anything like that. And also when it comes to, like, coming and venting stuff out and everything, again, my DMs are open for people to talk to. But also, this is my time, this is my viewers' time, and coming in and making things awkward like that doesn't benefit anyone. So, if you're like someone who's like been doxxed or whatever, definitely take it up with the police. The streamer's channel isn't the place for it. It just makes like the whole situation awkward and everything. And it was just very unsolicited. And I know I could easily say, okay, well, I'm sorry that happened to you or whatever. But, it's just, I saw that and I was like, yeah, that's just out of nowhere. Just came in with that, like no warning whatsoever, and I was trying to figure out like what the whole purpose of that was. But again, I just kind of felt, I guess I was also just like a little bit offended that they were using my whole vigilante thing on the channel, making it out like, I wish like he'd get knocked out forever. It's even like, when I talk about like, thugs getting knocked out of my channel or whatever, it's basically just like, just talking about their teeth getting knocked out. I mean, it's not like I'm even still with my gimmick, I'm not saying I'm killing anyone, but I don't know. It just left a bad taste in my mouth, and I'm sorry that you guys kind of saw me get like a little bit, I guess I don't know if I really want to say unnerved by it, but just more along the lines of just, it was just like an awkward situation that I was having a tricky time trying to figure out how the hell to handle it. Because my mods, like, they were having problems. They weren't able to delete the messages because, like, for some reason Twitch was screwing up on them and everything. But at the very least, hopefully next time when we do Paragnosia Museum, we don't have anything like that happen, and everything. I know that when you're live, like, you always have to have that preparation, be prepared that, anything can happen. But that just kind of, we still got through the game, still had fun with it, still completed it. I'm just, I do apologize again for those who saw that happen, for anyone who watches the stream after the fact, who, who saw it go on. Apologize to you guys as well. If you did watch through the stream to the end, just see this message. Thank you for coming out, like, for the VOD, and I really do appreciate it. As far as the recording's concerned. So, anyways, with that being said, guys, it's probably also no denying the fact that I'm tired. So, I'm definitely gonna be looking forward to, like, the upcoming break, from live streaming and everything, so I can try to get back to it and be energized for you guys and everything with, getting back to things like, the way I normally do. Again, I think, like, one other reason I've also been, like, tired a lot lately is just because of, like, the constant changes of weather, and I just don't really do well with, like, hotter weather. Like, if it was still fall or winter, I'd definitely be, like, a lot more energetic, but I just seem like I just get, like, very lethargic, in, like, the summertime, just because it's hot. Sometimes I don't really feel like, getting up and doing anything. I mean, it's not even summer yet, and that's but it's still, like, been pretty hot in this house and all that. But either way, I'm hoping that pretty much, like, over the summer, like, before the summer starts, like, the landlord can get out here. I can get, like, something done about, like, getting, like, a proper, like, because I have, like, air conditioner. As I said, I've got air conditioning in this wall right here, and I'm hoping that something can be done where I can get switched over to this wall and get, like, another outlet put there, so that way it won't be near the computer, and I can hopefully maybe actually have, like, my air conditioner running on, like, low settings in here, or at the very least I can try to find some kind of steel blade fan or something to circulate air better in this room. But if not that, maybe try to find, like, some kind of little desktop or some kind of, like, little small, personal AC unit or something. I'm trying to figure out, like, options here, but we'll see. But anyways, with that said, guys, oh, shoot. I'm gonna try to, like, before I do lay down, I'm gonna go ahead and try to, like, get, like, the schedule, like, put together for this week. It's not gonna be really anything major. I'm pretty much just got, like, a couple of things. I mean, it's pretty much gonna be like the same schedule I've been using for, like, Cyberpunk and Mouse PI for Hire. But I'm just gonna, like, make, like, change out some of the games I played this last week on it and everything, so it won't really take long to, like, get, like, a new schedule, like, put together in Photoshop. But yeah, like I said, I'm pretty much, like, the plan is Cyberpunk tomorrow and Tuesday. I'm trying to keep my thoughts collected here. 'Cause like I said, now that the stream's over and, like, some of the adrenaline's worn off, I'm definitely. You can tell also now I got all that off my chest too. But Cyberpunk Monday and Tuesday. If I don't do, like, next episode for Castle, like, if I don't do the restart for Castlevania or Ecclesia, this Wednesday, because I was planning on it, but I was thinking I may wait until I get back from the vacation. If I don't do that, I may go and jump on Mega Man X2. I may do Mega Man X2. We'll see. Because since I did beat Mega Man X, like, last week, I did say I would like to start, like, doing a series for that. But I'm also kind of, like, considering just waiting until I finish up Castlevania or Ecclesia. So that way I can start doing, like, a back-to-back series for Mega Man X, for the Mega Man X stuff. So I may go and start Order of Ecclesia up, go and get it out of the way. It's probably what I'll just go ahead and just do. But it'll be that. It'll either be Power Wash Sim 2 or more Retro Rewind. Also for Wednesday. And then Thursday and Friday, Mouse PI for Hire. And I may, like, do some more anomaly detection stuff. Because it's going to be either maybe Capture 2. Or if not that, I probably will go ahead and do Anomaly 404. That's probably the one I'll do. I'll probably do Anomaly 404. Because I've been wanting to play that one. Then over the weekend, I don't know exactly what the plans are going to be for that. Because it would be nice to go ahead and, like, go ahead and get the first DLC for Borderlands out of the way alongside Big DT43 and Rocket Nachos. But also, I think Rocket Nachos is going to be out of town before that. So I know that Rocket probably won't be available this coming up weekend. So it'll probably, like, be me, Mickey DT43, and April 17, like, working at something. And also, if anyone else, like, joins us alongside things, we may do some gone fishing. We may we'll figure out what we're gonna play. I'm gonna, like, probably, like, go and, like, just put, like, a little thing, like, saying to be decided for the multiplayer stuff for this weekend. Then we'll just, like, play it by ear. Cause originally like today we were gonna do either like if we didn't do deep dish dungeon we were gonna like maybe try to do a gentleman's dispute, try to finally get that going, but again that fell through. So I'll probably just do like a thing for like the multiplayer stuff for to be decided. But I do have some ideas, depending on like if they're down for it. But again, a lot more things gonna be opened up once I do get this get this computer. Because again, for those who don't know, because Amber 17, for those like who've never really been, who may not freaking this channel a lot, Amber 17 who's my mod in the chat. She games with me and the guys. Like we all we all game together. But her computer she's definitely been much in need of a computer upgrade. Not long ago, I upgraded my computer, so I have like this old one over here that I'm gonna be taking up to her when I go like on vacation to go and see her and Rocket Nachos. Um, so I'm taking my old computer up to her, so it's a hand me down. But and she has to get like some memory. She has to get like a hard drive for it. But it's gonna pretty much be like a means for her to be able to stream better, like have like more powerful computer to stream with. And that's one reason we haven't played anything like the headliners and stuff like that lately, because it's games that'll be like more graphically extensive that her laptop can't really handle that well. So once she gets that one, the headliners, and also probably Rewind 99, there's different several games that we want to jump into that we haven't started on, that we haven't got back to yet, or either haven't started on. And plus, like there's some that she's played before that will now like run like a whole lot smoother when she gets this computer. So yeah, but either way, like I said, it'll be like a TBD on what multiplayer games we do this weekend. But I've been thinking about us getting back in the content warning. We may do content warning, since that was like one game I think she was able to handle as well. We could do content warning. We may just do some gone fishing. We'll see how things go. Yeah, well, it's not a problem. I mean, I don't really have much else I'm gonna be doing with it, so it's just like you mainly just gotta get yourself a hard drive for it, and maybe eventually get the motherboard replaced, because those are like because the motherboard's like the hardest part, like the oldest part of the PC. So yeah, but I know you and Joe will get everything sorted out and all that. And also like this is gonna help you out with your content and everything. So you have like higher quality streams, and you already had like people coming and following you. Like your streams haven't like really had the best frame rate and everything. I'm pretty sure once you have like this computer and you're running like games a whole lot smoother, it can hopefully it'll actually boost your content. Well, that's what I do. I just try to help people out. But yeah. Um but again, guys, I do apologize for the fact that tonight's stream definitely could have been a whole lot better. I mean, we got through the game. I still had so much fun with it. But again, between like the person that came in made things very awkward, and me just being like a bit out of it, those were definitely two things that were obvious strikes against the stream that I'm not gonna deny. But at the very least, tomorrow I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna be like playing more Cyberpunk. I'm really excited for that, because now that it seems like the map's getting opened up, I'm being able to like take on side missions, and I have more of an understanding of the game compared to like when I played it a few years back. So gonna be playing more Cyberpunk tomorrow. Just still got a few other things I still got to like try to like have more of a bit more of understanding of. But at least I kind of got past like some of the stuff that was confusing me back when I first played. So yeah, Cyberpunk tomorrow and Tuesday. Castlevania War of Ecclesia. I guess I'm going lock in and say I'm gonna like get back to that on Wednesday, as well as either Power Wash Sim or Retro Rewind. Thursday and Friday, more Mouse PI for Hire, and one of those days I'll probably do like Anomaly 404. It'll probably be Friday. Actually, I do that because I just thought about it. I do have to go to the hospital on or just to the doctor on a Thursday, because it's been like quite a while since I've had like any kind of doctor's checkup or a doctor's visit. So I'm gonna like go and get that out of the way, mainly because I'm pretty sure it's nothing major. Because for those who don't know, I suffer from migraines from time to time. And I have had like a few points like just sharp pains in my head, like headaches and everything. But I'm hoping it's just all stress. But between that and a few other little things, I just kind of like need to get check on that. I'm pretty sure nothing severe. I haven't really been speaking about it a whole lot, but I know some of it's probably just from like me wearing myself, me going to the gym so much. But it's just I've been dealing with some headaches, and some other things I need to go to the doctor about that I know are are non-life threatening, but just things that's kind of like more along the lines of just trying to like just get treatment for. One thing I'll kind of like go and say, I've had like issues like with I think I might, and this isn't the reason I wear the hat. I just like wearing my beanies and everything. Another thing I haven't really been too open about is that I think I might like have some form of psoriasis or something. 'Cause I do like get like little sores like on my head and everything, and I do wash my hair and all that. Um, I had like like weird like issues like with like flakes and scaly scalp and all that. I do wash my hair, so I'm gonna like talk to the doctor, see what that may be, and other stuff. And yeah, it's things I haven't really spoken about too much on stream, because I don't really like talk about my health too much, because I stay active. I feel like I'm decently healthy outside of, like, the mental condition, like my mental health stuff and everything. But otherwise, physically, you guys have seen, like, anyone on my social media has seen me, like, doing, like, assisted pull-ups, like, with like 35 pounds of weight attached, where so I'm in decent health. Yeah, decently, good physical health and everything. But it's just I do need to go and get this checkup done. So um I'm probably, I'm hoping I'm definitely gonna try to have to, like, balance time and everything. So it's gonna probably be like a night stream on the on Thursday, because the appointment I think is 1:40 something or whatever. So I'll definitely have to, like, get, I don't know. I'm definitely gonna have to, like, balance my time out on everything, because between, like, the fact that it's got, like, the appointments like at 1 something in the afternoon, I'm gonna have to bounce out, get into the gym that day. So I mean, the thing is, like, since, like, the doctor's office is only, like, probably is definitely within walking distance of the gym, I'll probably just go and hit the gym first that morning, and then go to the doctor's office afterwards. Or, like, I probably just hit the gym, then go and, like, walk to the doctor, and then afterwards when I come home, I'll do the stream. But either way, Thursday is gonna be busy, but I'm definitely gonna try to get my Cyberpunk stream in on that day. If anything, I might just try, like, what I probably will what I may do, probably better, is I may just go ahead and just try, like, see about just trying to go and hit the gym, like, Thursday morning around, like, 1 a.m. or 3 a.m., and then get some rest, and then go into the doctor's office, like, when I wake up. Like, I go to my appointment, and then I'll come back and stream. So that's probably gonna be the better way to do it, so I'm not, like, run over the place, like, without any breaks. So yeah, Thursday will be like more of a mouse PI for hire. Friday, and then Friday I'll do like Anomaly 404, and then mouse on that day too, and then we'll do the multiplayer stuff. And then I think I want to say, I think that Monday and Tuesday I may still be able to stream, possibly. I think, like, I don't think that's when, like, I think, like, those are the last 2 days I'll be home before, like, Rocket and Amber come and get me. But I may go ahead and possibly, like, start, like, my little hiatus, my little break from streaming, next Monday. But I'm not sure. I mean, I would like to at least get 2 more episodes of Cyberpunk in before I leave, but we'll figure it out. That's gonna be next week and everything. Yeah. So it also, I might just, like, depending on how things go, because I can't remember if it's like Tuesday or Wednesday they come get me. If it's Tuesday, I can still get the stream in as long as I'm packed first. But again, we'll play it by ear, Rogues. We'll take everything as it goes then. But there's that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. I would do a raid. Let me actually go ahead and see if there's anyone I can raid. Tired, but we'll see. I don't know why I just switched. Okay, that was stupid. That tells you where I am, y'all. That tells y'all where I am right now. I just, like, switched my video input from, like, I was trying to switch it back to my PC. I tried from my PC to my PS5, or from my PS5 to my PC. I don't know why I was doing that, because I'm not even on my PS5 right now. So that shows y'all where I'm at right now. I need to go to bed. I'm definitely going to after I give me, like, an Epsom salt bath. Mary's playing Chrono Trigger. I'll send it over to her. So yeah, we'll send it over to Mariona, who's currently, she's still in the middle of her Chrono Trigger playthrough. So for those who like Chrono Trigger, just make sure no spoilers. It's the first time, so please, be good about that. If I know y'all, like, spoil anything for her. And I'm supposed to be going to bed. Now y'all go to sleep tonight, or I'll be up under your bed. No spoilers. Don't spoil it for her. I'm warning you. Y'all gonna see, like, the boogeyman, like, run out from under the bed, because I'll be unevicted and I'll be waiting for you. So better watch out. Anyways, sleep deprived stupidity aside, let me go ahead and get this going. Marionis. Alright, so anyways, we're gonna be raiding Mary. Raid calls right here. So get in there, give her a follow, Rogues. Oh, excuse, I hope she's live. Oh, I know she isn't. I know she did not in her stream. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, y'all definitely gotta get in there now, because she's actually on the final boss. Well, I don't know if she's actually at it yet. All right, but either way, it's doing like an ad break or whatever, but she should be. I don't know what's showing right there, but either way, going to Raider. You guys know how this works. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Much love. Just kind of hanging out with me, and I'll see you guys next stream. Thanks for watching.